black screen. The only sounds are heavy, panicked breathing and the distant, echoing shriek of ship alarms through cold metal corridors. Red emergency lights flash, painting everything in a bloody, rhythmic pulse. An emotionless, synthetic voice breaks the tension. Contract accepted. Quota due in 72 hours. Failure results in crew ejection. With a final, deafening hiss, the massive cargo bay door seals shut, trapping them inside. Captain Pink steps into the faint light, her expression unreadable. We get scrap, we meet quota. We live. Orth and Andy bump fists. A ritual of brotherhood. Blood brothers, Andy said. Orth's reply is a low promise. Never betray. Across the bay, Tink throws a casual arm around Treason. Like always, he asks. Treason nods, his voice firm. Like brothers. Cam nervously wipes sweat from his brow, his voice trembling slightly. Why does it smell like metal and death? The question hangs in the air, unanswered. The drop doors grind open, revealing nothing but an endless, waiting darkness below. The first facility is a graveyard of rust and silence. Chief and Philetorn move with practiced speed, grabbing whatever loose scrap they can find. Money first, fear later, Chief mutters, his focus absolute. Fest gear and pebbles stick close together, a nervous energy between them. Worst honeymoon ever. Pebbles quips, trying to lighten the suffocating atmosphere. A faint, almost imperceptible beep echoes down the hallway. Cam freezes. Gus. He looks down. A soft click, a landmine, a blinding flash of light, and the concussive blast shakes the entire structure. The smoke slowly clears to reveal walls splattered in red. Pink doesn't even flinch. Collect what's usable, she orders, her voice devoid of emotion. The quota screen flickers, 18%. They have no choice but to press deeper into the facility's labyrinthine corridors. A subtle, scuttling sound comes from the ceiling vents. Down another hall, Fobries lets out a nervous laugh beside Pixie. Then she's suddenly yanked upwards into the darkness. Her screams are cut short by the sickening snap of bone. A fine mist of blood rains down through the thick fog. Pixie collapses, her mind shattering. This isn't about money anymore. This is about survival. Back on the relative safety of the ship, the tension is a physical weight. The crew is smaller, the silence heavier. Hurricane confronts poorly, his voice low and intense. If one of us dies, Paulie's eyes are cold fire. I'll make sure something worse dies. They drop onto the second moon. The fog is even thicker here, a suffocating blanket that swallows sound and light. In a narrow hallway, Chief and Philetorn find a humanoid figure, perfectly still. Its blank face turned towards them. Don't blink. Philetorn whispers, his voice tight with terror. Chief tries, but his eyes betray him. A single, involuntary blink, a sharp snap echoes in the corridor, and Chief's body drops to the floor like a puppet with its strings cut. Philetorn backs away slowly, his eyes wide and unblinking. Suddenly klaxons blare to life. The entire facility begins to overheat, the walls glowing a dull red. A heavy security door slams down, separating Tink and Treason. Treason pounds on the reinforced glass, his fists bloodying against the unyielding surface. Tink Joshmire is a sad, resigned look on his face. "Tell them I didn't run," he yells over the alarms. A massive explosion engulfs him in a ball of fire. Treason collapses, a silent scream caught in his throat. The quota climbs to 61%, but time is slipping through their fingers like sand. Only a handful remain now. Pink, Hurricane, Paulie, Andioth, Treason, Pixie, Phileturn, Feskia, Pebbles. The ship's AI delivers its final warning. Final day. Failure equals termination. On a monitor, corrupted footage from Cam's helmet suddenly begins to play. The feed is glitched but clear enough. He didn't die instantly in the landmine explosion. The video shows him, horribly wounded, dragging himself through the hallway. His voice a desperate, broken cry for help. Then a voice answers him from the darkness. It's his own voice, twisted and mocking. The screen cuts to static. A profound, chilling silence fills the bridge. They make their final descent. Andy pushes ahead of the group, his light cutting through the oppressive gloom. Without warning, a creature drops from the ceiling, its claws digging into his shoulders. Orth roars and tackles it, trying to pull it off his friend. They both go down, bleeding, wrestling with the monster. "We made a promise," Andy gasps, his face pale. They each cut their palms, pressing their bloody hands together in a final, desperate pact. "Never betray," Orth whispers, his voice cracking. The creature rears back, dragging Andy into the darkness. Orth screams his name, the sound echoing through the empty halls until it fades into nothing. In a cluttered storage room, Feast Gear is cornered. The sounds of the creature are getting closer. Pebbles has a clear path to run to save herself, but she doesn't take it. She turns and runs back to him, back into the trap. "We were supposed to grow old," Efskia says, his voice filled with a lifetime of regret. She takes his hand, her gaze steady. "We still..." The creature falls upon them, and their screams are crushed into a final, brutal silence. The quota monitor jumps to 89%. It's not enough. They're short. On the ship, Pink turns to Paulie, her eyes hollow. "You said you'd burn the moon." Paulie just nods. He pulls Hurricane into a fierce kiss, then looks back at Pink, a ghost of a smile on his face. "Don't lower your standards." He turns and runs back into the facility alone. The cums crackle to life with the sound of gunfire, the roars of monsters, and his defiant screams. Then nothing. The scanner on the ship's console spikes violently. Quota 100%. The AI's voice cuts through the silence. Quota met. There is a long, agonizing pause. Then the voice returns. "New quota signed. 300% increase." No one moves. No one speaks. Treason whispers into the void. It never ends. Pink stares blankly at the star-dusted viewscreen, her voice a dead, empty command. Fuel up. The ship drifts away. A tiny speck of light disappearing deeper into the infinite darkness. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the abyss, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know what you want to see next.